Good evening, everybody. Hello from beautiful Panama. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I know I have. And we're back. Ted's got a great comment, but I want to show you guys this first. This is from one of my no permissions members. He sent me this rocket. I don't know. Get the boosters straightened here. You know, it's a little bit hot, so I can't keep it on all the time. But look at this thing. Watch this. Take it off. wait. There we go. This thing is like a fucking flame in my face. Oh, man. It's got those old school incandescent bulbs. Oh, God. I miss having my regular background. I can't wait till we move. I could have a real office without a window, without a noisy ass street out there, without having to give away where I live. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Ted says, evening, Randy. Any chance Biden will close the southern border with the recent world events? Nope. Oh, God. Oh, can I find it? Oh, man. Wow. There's a great image of the president of Panama and the president of Costa Rica. They were here at the border in Darien, where the lanchas, we call them, they're those little boats that carry like 20, 30 people that they're using, the coyotes are using to ferry them into Panama from Colombia. There is a great image or a video of President Nito Cortizo, and I don't know what the president of Colombia's or Costa Rica's name is. They're standing on a platform watching all of these people who are dehydrated, who just came through the jungle. They look like they're half dead coming through the jungle, just watching them pass by, and they're making comments up on this platform. If you ever wondered what the elites think of us, is a perfect example. I'll have my wife share it in our Patreon group. I really like my YouTube channel. I don't want it taken down. I had a really good video. You guys may have seen it, talking about this situation, and TikTok wouldn't let me post it. TikTok took it down for guidelines infraction. I did post it to YouTube, and it was posted to Instagram, but TikTok wouldn't let me have it up. So this is a conversation I love to get involved in, but I just don't want my channels to be taken down. I'll let you guys figure it out. Let these politicians and these corrupt people let them make their wonderful decisions of how they're going to ruin this world. Keep our eyes focused. That's the whole name of the game. Crypto Bendu says, so do you think World War III will be multiple regional conflicts with a grand finale and NWO implications? Nope. Are you sure? Oh, and good evening. Is numerology lining up for 1014 still? Yes, absolutely. Waters Above just put out a new video. I haven't watched it yet, going deep into it. And he said it's the most important one of the year so far. So I'll probably watch it tomorrow. But like I mentioned before, this is, no matter what happens now, the prices could drop another 20, 30, 40%. If you are DCAing right now, you are not going to care about these prices once we have a 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 300x if it happens, right? All of these can do that. All of them. The most likely one to do it, I think, is going to be PulseChain, and then Hex right behind it. PulseX is the sleeper. I still think PulseX is going to be the one that gets just flying at the end of the bull market. It's just going to go bonkers. One in the RH ecosystem that no one's really talking about is INC. As soon as INC token is given a job, whether it be voting through a DAO or something, that one's going to rocket as well. So I don't even really talk about that one in our Patreon group, but that could be one like a lottery ticket. I think at the peak it hit close to 60 or 70 bucks in the first week there. Well, what if it gets back to there? That's a 70x. 70x. That's pretty darn good. $1,000 turning into 70 grand. You just, nice little lottery ticket. So yeah, That's one to pay attention to. McG, what's up? Hey, Corey, Gary. Hello, Hexagon. Hello, Mom. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Smash the likes and send some good vibes. Yes. Paul, good. Paul, you ain't in Australia. The Hexagon Contractor, good evening. And good evening to Lunacy Point. Hey, Randy, reporting for class. Thanks for all you do. You're welcome, TechSex. Glad you are here. Christopher Andre, hello to you. What a racket. What's up? Bright light. Good afternoon. Good morning, Randy and everyone. Hello. See, Scott's got the Aussie flag. So good morning. Paul works for Scott. We know you're not sitting in Australia, Paul. What up with Teddy Bear? Well, we'll check. We'll check in a little bit. We'll look at all those. TechSex. Thank you. Hex Glenn. Rebel Yell. I like your name. Too many tokens and NFTs being promoted when the core tokens are the buy. Well, Rebel Yell, I'll tell you what happens. People get bored. And in bear markets, people wanted to get some action. And especially the younger folks. They want to see some action, which is understood. I've been, you know how hard it's been for me to sit on the sidelines since July, to sit in stables and not do anything. That was hard. I want to be in there. I want to jump in. I think I bought like $100 worth of Atropa near the high. I bought or $60 worth. I bought $100 worth of Teddy Bear at the high just because I wanted to participate. I FOMO'd a little bit. Excuse me. Last weekend or Friday, wherever it was, I FOMO'd into the 9mm Pro NFTs, which I think is a great one. I bought 8 of them, so that cost me 8 million PulseChain. Sitting on the sidelines is difficult, and one of the most difficult things you could do is control your emotions, and that ties into everything we're talking about tonight. That I want to talk about. If you can control your emotions in this game, you can get out ahead. You can get far ahead. A perfect example, I'm going to use it at, sorry, I kind of hurt my shoulder the other day. Another one is, remember back in January, I think it was January, when Hex hit its 12.5 cents. And everyone was like, oh, Hex is going back to 20 cents. Hex is going to 15 cents. And I tweeted, I'm out. I told my Patreon group, I'm out. I sold all my liquid Hex. And it was the best move I made all year. Or second best move, I would say, because the other one was getting out in July. And I did that with no emotion. I just looked at the chart. I saw the coin went up, multiple X's, and PulseChain was not even announced yet. It wasn't even announced that it was coming out. We didn't even know that it was a sure thing, right? So I stepped away, and it worked out really well. So then the second best one with no emotions was in July, when I was looking at the macro picture. The macro picture was freaking fugly, right? We were going into the end of the Jubilee year, which was in September. We had August, which was a blue moon month. So we had 2 full moons. And you guys know I like to follow the full moon indicators because people sell on full moons. People can't control their emotions. That's why traffic's crazy on the full moon. That's why hospitals are full on full moon. That's why psychiatric units where I used to work are absolutely crazy on full moons. You don't want to be in an emergency room as a nurse on full moons. You don't want to be a cop on a full moon. No. We know these things. Anybody who works in emergency care knows full moons are a bad time. And even in the military, this has different reasons, but you'll never see the military do an invasion on a full moon. They like new moons. Start. So there was a lot of reasons why I got out in July, and no one had any idea about the SEC thing, right? It's just that there was lots of wind coming in our face, right? And I said, you know what? We need to step away until this settles. And then all of a sudden, boom, the SEC news came out. I think it was the 4th of August when that came. So that was pretty rough. And sitting out through all this time has been amazing. Look, Hex right now, I'm looking at Hex on PLS, is 0.0077. Did you guys ever think we'd be seeing these kind of prices? No. So I'd sure didn't. And now that we see them, I'm like, okay. I remember being in 2021, December, thinking, wow, it would be amazing if we got back to 2 cents or 3 cents. I could buy back all the hex I ever sold, because I sold a good deal in September of 2021. I'm thinking, man, those T-shares, I sure missed those T-shares. And now is my opportunity to go back in and buy them all back at 1/50th, about 1/50th the price. That's how you do it, guys. You buy when it's on sale. So, like I said, with no emotions attached to it, if I look forward 2 years from now and say that Hex does another 100x, which if it doesn't, I'm going to be really disappointed. So let's say we do 100x on both chains. That'll put us around 76 cents on Pulse. That'll put us, I think, 30 cents on Hex. That's pretty darn good. It's $1.06 combined. That's a beautiful thing. So if you get in there and you're buying your DCAing right now, you're going to be a happy camper. And then remember, that might only be like a halfway through the bull market. We don't know yet. We don't know how long this bull market's going to be. We don't know how profound it's going to be. But if you can make these decisions without emotional attachment, wonderful. So if you set up your stakes and they're coming out, say, in a year and a half, and you just decide, okay, in a year and a half, when my stakes come out, I'm just going to sell them. Whatever I get for them, I'm going to get for them. It's hard to do, but you just got to stick to your plans. And the other one is the one I'm really good at is selling on a double. So pick a price, say that when Hex hits 50 cents, I start selling 20% of my bag. And every time it doubles, I sell 25% of my Hex, of the USD value of my Hex. So if the price is 50 cents, I sell 20% of 100,000. I get was $1,000, and then it goes up again, doubles again to $1. I sell 20% of a dollar's worth. It's only going to be selling half of what I sold before of my Hex. So I always have Hex. I never run out of it. That's the whole idea about selling the way I like to sell. And at least you have a plan. Don't walk into a bull market not having a plan. I've seen so many people who didn't sell any Hex in the last bull run. They were just Hexicans, people that you guys know. They really, really missed out. And then you got other ones who just cleaned up because they had short stakes, they had liquid Hex, they had laddered Hex out. So they had Hex coming out every month, and they stuck to their plan. And they sold every month. So Hex is not a scam. Hex works exactly the way it's supposed to work. Absolutely love it. So it's one of the best tokens, I think, in the crypto sphere. Let's see. Hey, Vets. Good to see you, sir. Cody, should I still hold my EHEX bag from last cycle or just convert it over to PHEX? I'm holding mine, Cody. I wouldn't sell it. Yep, INC is a sleeper. It's an absolute lottery ticket. If that gets any job, it gets any promotion by the big man. Woohoo. Yes, do not early end stake. Well, there is a situation. My mom's here. We had a very large stake that came out in September of 2022, I think it was. I'm just going through my head right now. Yeah, I think it was September 2022, something like that. And the price was down a lot, right? And if I had early end staked that for my mom, it would have been a crap ton of money. If I would have early end staked it when Hex was at its all-time highs in 2021, because the stake was already about 65% complete or something like that. So we could have EES'd it and it would have been life-changing money. But instead we held it and it was no longer life-changing money. So sometimes the EES makes sense, but only at the all-time highs. And the only reason why we didn't early end stake it is because it had big payday money involved. That's why we didn't do it. But looking back, still would have been a good plan to do it. Okay. Hey, Goran. Goran, go run, go hard. That's funny. But my VPN says, good day, mate. That's funny. Hey, Clint Jones. Rebel yelled, sure, trust me, I know. I know waiting is hard, but people should not promote tokens that have no future. Why not, Rebel? I don't understand. I could have fun with NFTs. I could have fun with memes. It's the game that's being played right now. I don't tell people what to do at all. Guys, I'm an anarcho-capitalist. If you can make money with meme coins, make money with meme coins. Have fun with it. Some meme coins are used for purposes, right? My meme coin that I'm coming out with is going to be very political. Nope token is going to be the most political token in the history of crypto. That's what I want. I want to be the thorn in the side of every politician in the world. I'm going to have contests. I'm going to have all kinds of stuff for you guys to go out there and just make a disaster on Twitter and TikTok and things like that. That is the goal of Nope Token. Anything you want to tell us to do? Nope. And I want you guys to meme it. I want you to have fun with it, and it's all going to get rewarded. Hello, Hexen Greenhorn. Full moon equals lamination. Illumination. There you go. Hey, Black Little Expat. Hope you are doing well. Bag so full. That's right. Nope. Hey, man, I'm having trouble with trading back and forth with INC, PulseX, Pulse. Can I just go all in on one hex and stake it and still get to close to the same games? Well, what you could do, hey, let me share the screen for you. First, let me pull it up. This would be the same kind of idea of what you're saying. And let me share this. Present. Wrong one, but I want to share this one. I'm waiting for Fux to come up. PHUX. These are the PHUX pools. Hello. There we go. Okay. Let me see if you guys can see this good. Get myself out of the way. Get the question out of the way. Let me do it like this. All right. Make it bigger for you. All right. These are the different pools on Fux. All right. This is the PH Universe Exchange. This is a copy of a website or a tool on Ethereum called Balancer. And you can have different pools of tokens. Yes, if you want to, Hex is a great thing to have. Okay. What I recommend to everyone, get your 100 T shares. But if you already have your 100 T shares, and that means staking your Hex out long enough that you accrue 100 T shares. After that, what you can do is, if you really believe in the Richard Hart ecosystem, then you can go into the RH Maxi pool on Fux, which means 40% PulseChain, 25% PulseX, 20% PHEX, 10% EHEX, and 5% INC token. Now, that pool is a total value locked is $2,764,089. The total volume for the day is 97,927. Now, you will earn an APR of 11.78% if you join this pool today. And if you don't have any Fux locked up in here, if you don't have any Prime Fux locked up, you'll be earning 11.78%. Now, if you want to get a little bit trickier, you can go and you could match approximately the same amount. So if you have $1,000 in this pool, you can go put $1,000 in this Prime Fux pool, and then you'll earn up to about 26% APR by doing the same thing. Now, as the price of WPLS, PLSX, and PHEX, all that goes up in value, your pool will increase in value. But at that same time, you're going to be earning Fux tokens the whole way up. That's the token for this platform. So you can earn those tokens, and you could sell those every day if you want. Or, I'm sorry, once a week, you can mint those and sell them and take some profits all the way up. And it'll be the 26% APR. So if you have $100,000, I'm just using random numbers because it's easy with round numbers. If you have $100,000 and you just wanted to earn the 12%, you would make 12 grand in a year by just having $100,000 stake. I hope that helps. This is a great way for people to diversify into the Hex ecosystem and have all the tokens that RH Richard Hart is behind. I hope that helped. What else I want to share? While we're here, let's go to the charts. I want to show you guys what's going on. This is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is sitting pretty nice right now. 27,945. I saw that the futures for tomorrow, the Dow and NYSE and all that, it looks like they're looking down a little bit because of what's happening in the Middle East. So maybe tomorrow the price comes down a bit, but at the current time, it's doing really well. 27,945. We're having that little battle I've been talking about for over a year and a half. I said that when we're going back into the bull market, you're going to have a battle. Red, green, probably red, green, or it might just go red, then green, and it stays green for the next 18 months, just like it did here. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 months. And then it went red again, the battle, for 5, 6 months. And then it went green again for 2 months and then red again. So that was the battle there. Maybe we'll have a similar battle over here, but going into a bull. So Bitcoin is just sitting right there at 28,000. Let's go on the daily. See, we're having a little battle on the daily right now. Red, green, red. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. It's a very important day, and we're going into new moon, which means bullish energy, but we also have a solar eclipse on the 14th. I'm not going to make big judgments on the solar eclipse, but I think it's going to be important. I just haven't watched the opinion of my boy Waters book yet about what solar eclipse means to our markets. But I know he thinks that after the solar eclipse, things are going to start turning bullish again. But if you see right here, the BGMC, this is the AI that they use over at Orox. It's still bullish. It's over the green line. So everything's looking bullish. The demand index for Bitcoin's bullish. You got a green Orox indicator on the monthly. Let's check the weekly. I know I'm digging a little bit deeper here than I normally do. See, green on the weekly. Everything's looking very good. It's primed. And remember, don't look at the BGMC on the weekly or the monthly indicator, only on the daily or less. This is for short terms. The Orox indicator is best on long terms. So weekly or daily, weekly, monthly. Let's check Ethereum. Ethereum's red on the weekly, or this is the monthly. And let's talk about this for a second, about what's going to happen over the next couple months. Oh, here's weekly. It was green. What's likely to happen with Ethereum as Bitcoin gets really bullish going into the next halving, you're going to see a little bit of liquidity get pulled away from ETH and get sucked up by Bitcoin. So that's going to be interesting to watch. You see how the EMA is bearish. The daily, it's been 8 days now. Tomorrow will be 8 days bearish with a red Orox indicator. You see the BGMC confidence, the AI is way below the red. ETH is eating dirt right now, and that's because everyone's bullish about Bitcoin going into the halving. Look at Hex on ETH. Wow. Okay, so Hex on ETH on the monthly, we do have a green Orox indicator now, so that's quite bullish for us. Look at that. Our chart is absolutely gorgeous. If anybody's telling you to sell right now, just knock out their teeth. I don't condone violence, but sometimes people, they need their teeth knocked out. Do not sell right here, whatever you do. All right, so on the daily, we do have a red Orox indicator, and the BGMC is way low. The only problem I have with the BGMC here is that Hex has such little volume that it doesn't give us a real good interpretation of where we stand. But yeah, everything's on sale. Hex is at 0.0031. Look at Hedron. Hedron's up 8% today. Is there news about Hedron that I did not see? If you look at the dailies, it's been green now for about 15 days. The demand index is going back to 0, so that looks good. Wow, Hedron's looking good for a change. The weekly, green. See how it is on the monthly. Still red in the monthly. But this chart is quite inaccurate because it doesn't really show the beginnings, the early days of Hedron. And Orox token, it's recovered a little bit. It's up 5%, but $5.33. And we got a green Orox indicator on the weekly. Like I said, these guys have gone quiet because they are under review by the 3-letter agency because they're looking to go public. So this is one of my lottery ticket tokens that I recommend. All right, let's go back to StreamYard. All right, see what you guys got to say. With BTC emissions going from 6.25 per block to 3.125, will Bitcoin having in April lead the market again? Yeah, it always, I mean, this will be the 4th time it's done it. I don't see any reason why it won't. I saw that, shit, man. This happens when you start lifting again. I think I hurt my rotator cuff a little bit. That's life. I saw Raoul Paul. Raoul Paul was saying the other day that he thinks that the halving is kind of a BS indicator. He said what the real indicator is that Bitcoin leads the way when we go into inflationary periods. So he thinks inflation is going to run hot in 2024. They're going to have to start printing again. So he thinks that's the reason why we're going to go into a bull market, not because of the Bitcoin halving. Okay, Raul, whatever you say. But all I've known is that every time we go into a halving, we get hot, the price goes up. Buy the rumor, sell the news event, the price dips. And then 3 months later or so, we'll have an all-time high, or 6 months, whatever. That's what I'm looking forward to. And then after Bitcoin hits its all-time high, that money is going to look for somewhere to make more money. And that's when the alts get all kinds of love. And we have 12 months of absolute insanity, and everyone thinks they're a genius again. And then you have all these people coming out of the woodwork telling you to buy. And they'll tell you to buy at the top. And Randy's going to be telling you, sell. My people are going to be prepared. Anything over 50% completed, get your principal back. There you go. Yep. 50% of a hex stake, anything over 50% gets you your principal back. And if you go longer, if it's like, say, 90%, you actually get some of the interest you earned. Do you think hex is made to go up to the right with critical mass and no major cycles? I don't know if we still need adoption. That's the thing that a lot of the hexicans don't understand. We still need adoption. It sounds like network marketing. I mean, it's like everything. Why does the world love the dollar? Adoption. Countries like Panama, we use the dollar here. El Salvador uses the dollar. Ecuador uses the dollar. Argentina, pretty much their economy runs on the dollar now. There's countries all over the world who only want to use the dollar. They may even have a regular currency, but the dollar still runs the show. Until that ends, the dollar is still going to be strong. And I think that's coming to an end soon. We got the BRICS and their stuff. I think their stuff's going to start gaining a little bit of respect. And then after a while, maybe 5-10 years from now, everyone will want BRICS token, whatever it's going to be. But for now, dollar is still strong. We want Hex to have a lot of adoption too. Why is Bitcoin #1 in crypto? Because it has the most adoption. People love adoption. That's why there's a lot of people that sit in the corner and they ignore something. Like me, I ignored PDI and Atropa and Teddy Bear because I let other people go first. There's some things that I will let other people go first. Hex, I said, this thing is cool. This Richard Hart guy, he's onto something. I'm getting into Hex on day one. That's not normal for me. I don't usually do that. That was a rarity. So don't FOMO into stuff. Do your research. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. Just don't get involved in rug pulls. Rug pulls will destroy you. And you'll be so angry. You'll be angry at yourself. I know some people who, they put money in every coin that gets listed. And it's like a lottery ticket for them. And that's why the rug pull people make money. It's because there's some people, as soon as the token gets listed, these people go in, they buy $100 worth of every token that gets listed, hoping that it's going to 100x, right? And some of them do. So if you 100x a token and you put it $100 in, you get 10 grand, right? Well, that's solid, but if 90% of them rug pull on you, you still only made out by what, $900. So we'll see. 9-inch, 9-inch, 9-inch. Eric, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Wouldn't no token be like Texas token? Texas token is a political token with an agenda, with a political agenda, with like an idea of a certain region. I don't know how to. It's more like more focused. Mine isn't focused. Mine's just giving it to the man. I just want to be a pain in the ass for every 3-letter agency, for every government in the world. I just want to be the biggest pain in the ass for them. I want people, the first thing they think of when they want to do a meme is, oh man, we got to go get one of those memes off of Nope's Telegram. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. What's up, Randy? Great to catch you live. Seems like no matter which hex I buy, because of Hart's law, percentage gains will be about the same. E hex equals Ferrari. Yeah, possibly. That's what I'm saying. Hart's law is true. Things that are bonded together will go up together. E hex a little bit less so because it's still over on Ethereum. P hex is on PulseChain. So if PulseChain does a 500x, what do you think E hex is going to do, guys? It's going to be insanity. Everyone will be very, very happy. Sweet Aussie, what's up? We need note bumper stickers. Exactly. Hey, what's the prize for this coming bull market? Captain Cash says. Hey, what's the prize for this coming bull market? The prize. It's not really, the prize is your financial freedom, right? The whole idea, and if you guys look at the image, the cover image is the idea was that you have this girl looking at the solar eclipse. I know we're not supposed to look at a solar eclipse, but it's just understand that she's focusing, right? Focusing on the end game. On the October 14th, we have a solar eclipse. Green candles are coming. They're not far away. If you get distracted by every single thing that happens on the news and every single thing that MSM, mainstream media, wants to shove down your throat or into your ears, if you get distracted by everything, you're not going to have the time to learn. You're not going to have the time to prepare yourself for what's coming this bull market. Bull markets are chaos. That's the best way I can put it. Bull markets are absolute chaos because so many things are happening that it's hard to decide where to put your money. So what happened to me in 2017 is I ended up, by the end of 2017, I had close to 100 different coins and tokens. And it was so difficult to keep everything sorted. The only way I made it through back then was that most of my coins and tokens were on centralized exchanges. Nowadays, with decentralized wallets using the Orox wallet, which the link is down below if you want to use the Orox wallet, or the Rabby wallet, or if you're still using MetaMask, it's a lot harder to control and manage. You have to have a good notebook to manage your things. I know there's tools like Rabby Wallet has a really good tool that you can use to manage your stuff. You could use the fatty.io to manage all your tokens. So if you got liquidity over here, you got single-sided staking over here, you just received an airdrop. You don't even know where to find your airdrop because you don't remember where you sacrificed from. Like, these are all the things that I'm going through. Yeah, I got these new NFTs that I have to manage from 9mm Pro. Every month I'm going to have to mint. From what I'm understanding, I have to mint my 9mm Pro tokens. Then I have to go take them and stake them on 9mm Pro. Holy crap, man! You got a lot of stuff to manage. Don't be like in 2017. You don't need to have 100 tokens. You pick the main ones. Maybe you have 15, 20 main tokens, and then dabble in some of the fun stuff. What when I say fun stuff, meme tokens, those kind of things. You don't want a ton of it. Just dabble in it because you never know. Those are the ones that go crazy. Who knows? Poor pleb might do 1,000x this bull run. Poor pleb. The concept behind it is amazing. It's going to be a great meme coin. Well, so was 9-inch Dex with their meme behind their logo and everything. So we need adoption. that's all we need. I know I went back to SMO Spiders thing, but adoption's where it's at, and we're not going to get there without having a lot of fun. If we do boring stuff, if everything was like liquid loans, we'd be bored out of our minds. Nothing against liquid loans. Liquid loans is going to be a pillar of the PulseChain ecosystem. It's going to be one of the foundations of the PulseChain ecosystem. But by no means is it like a sexy name. By no means is it going to bring in a lot of people to PulseChain. It's other projects that are flashier, that have the name recognition, who go out there and do the marketing and bring people over. That's going to bring adoption to the PulseChain ecosystem. You really have to go. Marketing's where it's at. Period. You guys can dislike Beetroots all you want, but this guy knows how to bring eyeballs, and that's exactly what PulseChain needs. That's what RH did. That's how Hex got adopted so well, because he knew how to bring eyeballs. And then we all went out and did our own live streams and things, Discourse Syndicate and all the rest of the folks that were out there working really hard and doing live streams back when Hex was worthless. And if we did very well off of that. So Sweet Aussie said, it's not the dollar you need to match the pool percentage. I think you're talking about the Fux. Well, how it's always worked for me every time I've done it is that I actually had to have a crap ton of Fux staked in the VFux pool or whatever it is, that the Prime Fux, in order to get that percentage jacked up. And then you have to vote for it. I don't want to go into all that tonight. If you guys want to learn more about those things, come on over to the Patreon and we'll take you all through it, because we've all been there. I know our boy Firestarter, he went on a deep dive, and he really understands Fux really well. So unfortunately, the majority of Americans forget that the government is servant to its citizens. Yes. I love the French Revolution. Monday is considered a holiday. A holiday for what? October 8th? Oh, really? Oh, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Hey, guys, when is this SEC appointment with Richard? Wow, really? So he's born on the 10th, so it's a 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20, 27. He's a 36. He's a 9. Wow. He's got a life path 9. Huh. It's interesting. Rock and Randy, been a while. Keep on spreading the positivity. I will. That's my job. Yeah, Richard's birthday is coming up. That's cool. I know people have been saying don't sleep on Hedron. Yeah, I went and checked my mints the other day. I think it was Saturday. Wow, I got a lot coming out. I got a lot. I haven't touched it because, the ETH fees were high, and to mint the Hedron is just the amount that you're getting on some of the mints. It'd only be like $5 worth, and it would cost like $3 to get it out. So I'm like, let it ride. Okay, Crypto says, I haven't slept on a Hedron and fell asleep on me. Oh, man. When liquid loans? Sometime. It's probably going to be this week, I guess. Or wait, no, Fetch this week, and maybe liquid loans in 2 weeks. So this is how I think it's going to roll out. Fetch needs to come first. And then probably a week and a half later, liquid loans is going to come out. They said October, right? So Fetch and liquid loans will be out in October. And then Power City will be right behind it, because Power City said they're also waiting for Fetch. And I've been, even though my boys at 9inch have been saying they built their own Oracle, I think they're also waiting for Fetch. So if Fetch launches this week, I wouldn't doubt it if 9inch launched next week. Just my personal ideas. And then we'll probably see Mintra probably the first, second week of November, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be, I got a considerable chunk of change in all this shit. For sure. Oh, I look at the solar eclipse, never had a problem. Yeah, exactly. I never had a problem either. But I remember in school, we did the little pinhole in the box. Remember you look through the cardboard box of the eclipse? Iron Crypto, thank you, sir, for the attention to the little guy. I appreciate it, truly. You're welcome, Iron Crypto. Yeah, someone messaged me. I got a message on Telegram. I think it was Telegram. And the person was asking me, hey, Randy. Oh, no, Patreon. It was on Patreon. I can only afford a DCA about $250 to $500 a week. What should I do with that? And my answer is always, first things first, at these prices, you should be getting your Hex T-shares. For a few $1,000s, you could have your 100 T-shares, right? And then after that, go hard into PulseChain and a little dabble into PulseX. The only reason why I say dabble into PulseX is because PulseX is not what it was expected to be. I had expectations for PulseX, and it didn't have single-sided staking, and it didn't have limit orders. So I thought those were gonna happen. When those things happen, PulseX is going to get hot, and I still think PulseX are probably one of the most exciting things to be in at the end of the bull market. But the first one that's going to lead the way is going to be PulseChain, and then Hex will be right behind it. So those two, if you're in the RH ecosystem, those are the two safest bets, I believe. Because if PulseX never gets changed, nothing gets fixed on PulseX, there's other exchanges coming along. 9mm Pro, you got 9inch. Fox is great for doing trades. You don't really need to use PulseX. That's my only worry. So don't get angry at me if you don't like the fact that I'm questioning what's going on at PulseX. I'm just looking at it with eyes to say, look, competition's coming. And if it doesn't shape up, the money is going to go be used somewhere else. The liquidity will be moved to other platforms. So like I said, I don't do this shit out of emotion. No. I like Richard, but PulseX is not where I thought it was going to be. Gary Gessler has been a solid marketer, no doubt. Yeah, he's been fudding the hell out of everybody. Andre369, welcome. RH, as you see, I think is November 28th. Okay. All right. I'm going to be in Europe for that. All right, cool. Oh, you guys really know it. Oh, that's the most biter. You and who is it? Is it Stalin that was also number 9? Thought tomorrow's what they call Columbus Day. Is it? Tomorrow's Columbus Day? I heard that a lot of people in the U.S., they want to get rid of Columbus Day, but the whole Italian community is like, no, that's our only holiday in the U.S. because Columbus was Italian. Gerardo said Mintra will be launching this month. Oh, yes. Randy, do you believe LL and Power City will melt after launch like PLS and PLSX did? It depends on what happens with PLS. So if PLS starts moving up, no way. But if PLS continues to slowly go down, then yeah, sure, people may sell their tokens. I mean, shit, I might sell mine too. If you guys watched my video the other day, Mintra is like the least important platform to me because I'm not an NFT guy. So if Mintra comes out and it does a quick double or a triple, I'll sell 50%, put it into PulseChain because PulseChain's a great deal right now. For sure. I'll take some profits off the table. Now, Power City, I will not sell my Earn tokens because Earn has a penalty for your APR, your staking of Earn. If you just keep your tokens and you stake them, you have like a multiplier in your APR. All right. The second you sell any of them, you lose that multiplier. So the Power City team was genius in the way they set up how Earn is going to work. So they said, Randy, we know you like to sell on a pump when a coin launches, so we're going to make it so you can't sell on a pump. So they got me. So I will not sell my Power City. That's one token that's just going to get staked, and I will earn to earn. All right. Now, liquid loans, who knows what that one's going to do? These guys have a huge war chest. And one argument to not sell the loan token is that they have this huge war chest. They can provide nice liquidity. They can make the price steadily rise, and who knows where it's going to go. And then you stake your loan token and you earn loan forever. It's a really good protocol. You could just go look and see what liquidity has done. If you look at the price of liquidity, it looks like it's always down to the right. The price just continues to drop. But what people don't understand is when you stake loan token, you also earn the stable coin, the USD or the LUSD. So you're earning tokens that are far outweigh the negative of the liquidity token going down in value, because you're still getting the stable coins. That's why I'm excited about loan. I didn't sacrifice a lot, but I also made sure I took my tokens on day one. I didn't have any of those multipliers by staking or holding them longer. I just decided, hey, I want all my coins on day one. Somi said it well. Why update all the stuff in PulseX all at once? Market can't take that in. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So this could be a really good marketing opportunity for PulseX. So PulseX launched. If it had all of its tools, then maybe, and you did it in a bear market, there would have been no reason to get people to FOMO. And this could be a way that you keep launching something new for PulseX over the course of the next year and a half. You make an announcement for INC token that it has an actual utility rather than just be a sell forever token. But this is how marketing is done. And I understand Richard. Richard's a marketer like myself. He understands that you need to keep the excitement going with new utilities. Now with my token, Nope token, it's not like that. It's a whole other realm where it's just a meme coin. And what we're doing is we want to use it for marketing and just promoting anti thorn in the side stuff for the gov. I want people to go out there. I want people to make just absolute mess on the internet. That's what I want my token to do, right? That's the utility of it. So we can have a lot of fun and people win prizes and things like that. Now, when you have a DEX, DEX needs to have utilities, period. So everything has to have a reason to exist. Mexican Greenhorn. I can't wait to dump my big bag of Mintra before others dump on me, Randy. Yeah, I mean, Mintra needs some excitement behind it, and the problem is NFTs don't have a lot of excitement right now. Nice. Alrighty, so let's see what else I gotta show you guys. Oh yeah, I want to show you the share this tab. This is Hex. I shared this in the Patreon the other day. I drew a trend line for eHex and our pHex, and we just broke through the trend line. I was saying that I was really excited because we were getting higher lows for Hex. So we had a low here, then we had a higher low, then a higher low, then boom, we had one that was equal, and now we're starting to have a lower low, and we broke through the trend line. So bummers. This is the exact. I never closed this screen on my from our call the other day. So yeah, we've broken through it. So maybe pHex does drop down to 306. It's possible. I kind of hope it does, because Randy's a buyer now. I've been sitting on the sidelines for a while. This week is gonna probably could wash out the rest of the sellers if people get scared. If the markets start getting twitchy about what's happening on the other side of the world, they might start selling. Let's go to see how many crazy coins are now on PulseChain. We're turning into the garbage coin heaven or something. Oh, Teddy Bear, look at it. Teddy Bear's 808145. It's down 12.23% today. Still hovering up there. It's holding up. It's amazing to me. Go teddy bear. PDI token is at 3089. That's up 0.35% today. TSFI is at 24.5%. I saw that the founder of Atropa and all that, he was recommending people own TSFI. Of course he did. Liquidity 61,000. Let's see what else. WBTC is at 76.39. Do you guys think that the whole idea of the copies of tokens from Ethereum to PulseChain, do you think that narrative is going to stick around for a while? That people are going to be able to make money off these things? What is this Monad? It's got a little Benjamin Franklin symbol here. Spark Swap's at 40 cents. So that one's come down quite a bit. I remember when it was 56 cents. Let's see if it looks like the chart's going to be buy. Oh, yeah, nice. This is when you start buying. Buy when everyone's crying. And look at INC. That's a sad chart. Utility. We need a utility for INC besides sell forever token. Hex and PulseChain 2077. PulseChain is at 4044. It's down 0.5 percentage point today. Let's see how this one looks. Starting to trend up. Here, let's okay, see how we're getting higher lows? This is what I love to see. So let's do don't make fun of my my chartings, because I never have said that I am a chart guy. All right, so we got a trend line here coming, and we're making higher lows. Keep making higher lows. That's good. Let's do it. We don't, and then this next one should be up here somewhere. That's what we want. Keep it up, PulseChain. You can do it. Don't be like eHex, because eHex, when I showed it to everybody, eHex was like right on the line, and then it just broke through. So disappointing. Let's see what else we got. Pulse reflections. I see people talking about pulse reflections. These guys, people keep reaching out to me about this one. I'm not excited about it. They were telling me, Randy, you should get into this. Yeah, I guess they were right. I could have gotten into it a long time ago. I would have made a decent amount of money. 7 zeros, 8865. Right now it's at 5 zeros, 2952. I just never really got into it. I know a couple people that have, and they've made money with it. So just not a big fan of reflection tokens. The only reflection token that I'm really interested in and I own is Beat. This is Beat token. Let's go on the daily. Right now, Beat token is an absolute buy. 301. Remember when Richard talked about it back here? It went to 3068. So it's down 80% right now. Yeah, that's the time to buy, folks, when you see this. And this one is highly tied to the rise of PulseChain. So if PulseChain goes up, Beetroot's going to go up too. And they got some great features that are coming out. So I'm looking at, I was a potato. I admit that I sold 90% of my Beat, and now I need to buy them all back. Let's see. I meant to go back to PulseChain here. All right. What else we got? So many tokens I don't even know. Yeah. Yes. eHex is on PulseChain. It's actually a little bit, it's at 2 zeros, 3 cents, 3/10 of a penny. The CIA token, are you kidding me? It's up 100% today. I don't know what half this crap is. So I don't mess with the stuff I don't know. All right, what else you got? Michael, it's going to be epic, man. Did I tell you guys, I don't know if I even I think my Patreon knows how I came up with the idea. I learned a long time ago from reading like books about habits and how you should do things, and when you're especially entrepreneurs, because I've had the entrepreneur spirit my whole life. I love business, and they say when you're falling asleep, when you're about to hit deep sleep, is the time when your brain starts thinking about stuff and stuff that you should do. And that's when Nope came to me. I was laying there in bed, going to sleep, and I thought that I started having the idea about the Nope token. And I said, well, the name of my group is called No Permissions. I said, my mom, I've always been a disagreeable person. I've never been good with authority. That's why I didn't go for my whole 20 years in the US Navy. I was always in trouble. I was always standing in front of the man. If you, I was the guy that the officer would tell me something, and I'd be like, no, why would you do it that way? And I would show him another way to do it. They'd be like, we're going to go have a talk, Larsky. I was always in trouble because I was disagreeable. I've always been that way. So I had this dream about Nope, and I got up and I wrote it all down. And then it was in May. So it was at the same time that 9inch was doing their raise. And I think it's because of the 9inch ideas that I came up with the idea for Nope, because I knew they were going to have single-sided staking on 9inch. And I said, wow, what if I airdrop a token to my community, which essentially pays for all of their fees that they've ever paid to Patreon. And then I provide some liquidity on 9inch, like a fair launch. We may put 15, 20% of all the tokens as a fair launch and come and get them type thing. And if people want to sell, they can sell, or they can wait until the single-sided staking launches on 9inch, and then they could earn an APR for just staking the Nope tokens. Because I don't like software. I've tried to launch a project many years ago. Now it's like 5 years. And the hardest part was getting developers. When Richard says software is hard, he's not lying. Getting good quality people to write code for you is really hard. Even though my project was a social media project with a crypto, it was super difficult. And every one of the developers I dealt with were worthless. I mean, just took money. So I said, wow, I can do something profound, maybe help the world, help my community, and we can have a lot of fun with it, and have single-sided staking on 9inch where I don't have to have code. It just be a meme coin. And then that's only gonna be for 30 days. Every time you do the single-sided staking on 9inch, it's only for a 30-day period. After that, then we can go, or we can do it while 9inch is going. We can have a pool on Fux. And a lot of us in the No Permissions community have a lot of voting power on Fux. We could then provide Nope and pair it with PLS or something else that we like, and put it into the Fux pools and vote it up with our Prime Fux to give it nice APR. So I'm thinking this is a no-brainer. Let's do this, and everyone's on board. So that's how it came about. It was just a dream, and I just wrote it down. So if you have an idea and you're just about to fall asleep, do not fall asleep. You'll forget it. Get up at that moment and write it down. If you have some profound thought that maybe you want to implement the following day, always get up and write it down. Because if you let yourself drift off into sleep, you're likely to forget it. Thank you, Hexagon Greenhorn. Yeah, I'm excited. All right. Thanks, PulseChain. Randall Cunningham, what's the haps? Yeah. See, Thothschild, I think Thothschild is a disagreeable person like me. I've been watching, we've been both in the community for a very long time. Sometimes people get pissed at Rothschild because he speaks his mind. Well, that's what I do. I speak my mind and unapologetically speak my mind. Just how it is. When you are taught to be, from a young age, my mom never taught me to be a yes man. My mom's like, you disagree with something, say no. I never did really good in school as far as listening. Did good in my grades. It's just because I studied on my own. But I'm never one of these people that said, oh, I'm going to do that because you told me to do it. I only did it if I thought it was okay, if it made sense. Oh, God. It's Snoop Doggy Doug. What's up? Oh, brother, I haven't seen you in a while. See? Snoop Doggy Doug shows up at the right time. He knows deep down inside that it's time to start buying. So I'm sure that Snoop Doggy Doug is going to start reaching into his deep Air Force retirement pockets and start picking up some coins on the low. SMO Spider, Reed's Law is interesting for meme and ERC copies. What's Reed's Law? I'll have to look that one up. Reed's Law. All right. Hello, Ash. Nope, should have an NFT or OG no permissions group like Pulse OGs. Michael, yeah, that does take work. I thought about doing that. I thought about having an NFT thing, but I'm not an NFT guy. I would actually need somebody to do that with me. I don't want to do a raise though. There's no raise. It's just the airdrop to the community and then the fair launch on 9inch. So if we do the NFT thing, it's going to be added to it with some kind of benefit. Maybe we could do that later. Yes, I just found out tomorrow is the holy day of the son of Jewish Pope Innocent VIII, who helped him fund his voyages prior to 1492. In fact, when he got there, he found it was already found. Isn't it? And he is Cologne, right? Isn't he one of the Cologne families? So they're one of the world's most powerful families, Christopher Columbus family. The right way, the logical and proper way, whatever they say, do it in the NATOPS book. When in doubt, Charlie out. See, when you're a pilot or flight engineer or whatever you are, that's different than me, those people, they have to follow the rules or people die. Might watch on replay is the bottom in our recession and Middle East war is going to drag it down. No, I'm saying don't pay attention to any war in the Middle East. Don't pay attention to a war in Ukraine. Don't pay attention to what they're saying on your TV. Focus, keep going forward, keep learning, and prepare. Because you could really, really do well in this bull market. Don't listen to The Fun by Gary Gensler. Just do what you got to do. I have an inner governor that I answer to, and he would have me speak truth and stick to principles. Damn right. Clint Trones, I appreciate your thoughts and open-mindedness, but did get some heat from the crew on the Westcott and Plul Disciple stream for defending you. Clint Trones, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about that, what happened on that stream. I did watch the whole thing. I believe in knowing everything that was said. So I thought if anybody wants to do it, if everyone wants to watch that stream, it's pretty hurtful for me to watch. But if you guys want to, take it and cut it up into all the parts where they call me names through the whole stream, and then I'll share that shit. Like make it funny with some good backdrop music, like turn it into a rap about how Randy Hilarski is, all the things that they said I am, and then my wife is what they say she is, and all that. I'm like, geez, wow, okay. If you guys want to do that, I will share it because that will be hysterical. But I'm not a good editor in editing videos, and it's like 2.5 hour long live stream. It helps knowing that you're in the right and having no fear because of it. It's definitely not a path to popularity. No, it's not, Thoughts. It sure isn't. I think that's why why I never was one of the big influencers in crypto. I was always behind the scenes when I was in crypto. I was never like in the forefront. I was never. I could have done stuff like BitBoy did, but I chose to be in the. I rather pay people like BitBoy. That's how I did it. And I paid a lot of those people. And I noticed someone the other day, someone that I respect, they said, I've never accepted money for promoting a project. I was like, what? You took money from me. I wanted to call it out so bad. I'm like, I'll just let her slide. Because granted, it wasn't 2017. And I paid this person like 10 grand to talk about a project. And they're out there saying, oh, I've never promoted a project for money. Oh, God. Yes, it could easily be clipped up since they said your name 200 times or so for a good drinking game. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah, it was. Really, Charles? Damn, don't these guys know that historically orthodoxy and elitism don't really go that far towards improving the human condition? No, they don't understand it. Nina Pinta Santa Maria set sail on the 9th of what's AV by Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand expelled. Okay, Michael. I'm not going to go into all that. Yeah. Colombe. Yeah. Here in Panama, we call him Christopher Colon. You don't call him Columbus. It's Christopher Colon. Kings Meadow, it was ATX. It was, I think, Thursday night. Yeah, it wasn't nice. I was the subject of the whole show, 2.5 hours. I was like, what the hell? Why do I deserve 2.5 hours of your time? I'm not like, I'm not an RH. I'm not, I don't even have my own project yet. I will, but that's neither here nor there. All right, he must have a story where in the court, Isabel said to him, "Dear sir, it sounds as if you have already been there." Oh, wow. All right, you guys, it's enough for me tonight. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the community. I'm not going to go to the level of talking bad about people. I'm not in that game. I'm in that game to help you guys out, and hopefully during the bull cycle, let you guys know when it might be a good time to sell. Just like I'm telling you right now, it's a good time to buy. I've made mistakes too. I've told you guys to buy when it wasn't good. Oh, and one thing the guys did bring up, they said that I promoted Dodeca. I had one tweet about Dodeca when it launched. I thought it was interesting, and I was buying it. I sold and I tweeted the next day that I sold all my Dodeca after I found out that they still had admin keys, and I learned about reflective tokens, and that was when I got burned by reflection tokens, and I hadn't bought any after that. Beetroot was the first one I bought, and probably the only one for now until something comes out that has a lot of utility. And the only reason why I really like Beetroot is because they're going to have so much utility. So cheers to Panama. Hope everyone has a great night.